Hello, everyone. So happy you are back. It's the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows. Oh, it's a beautiful feast. It's a sad feast because we we think of our Blessed Mother, the Mother of Jesus, and our spiritual mother, her sufferings. The Church has long honored her on this feast day. Uh, of the 15th, September the 15th, and this and she had more sorrows than seven, of course, but these are the seven sorrows. I want to read them to you as the Church honors her today. Our Jesus's mother, the Mother of God, and and our mother. Uh, Here are the seven sorrows of Mary that the Church numbers. The presentation of Jesus in the temple. That's when Simeon told Mary and Joseph that Jesus would be a sign of contradiction, that he would suffer, and that a sword would pierce her heart too. The, the flight into Egypt. Just after Jesus was born, they had to leave town, to leave Nazareth and go to a foreign country because Herod was wanting to kill Jesus. Jesus being lost in Jerusalem. They lost their boy Jesus for 3 days. It was absolute horror for every mother, but for her, it was even more because she had such a wonderful, strong love for her son Jesus. The meeting of Mary and Jesus on the way of the cross, that fourth station, when she saw Jesus suffering so much and she couldn't do anything about it. The crucifixion. She stood at the cross. She died in her heart, but she still stood standing. She didn't faint, like some of the paintings show. She stood at the foot of the cross. She did die with Jesus. Jesus died physically, but she died in her heart, as a mother would die with her son's death. She died in her heart, but she still had hope. She stood at the cross, stood, not fainting, not laying on the ground. She stood at the cross. She showed that there was hope, that even in this terrible, awful tragedy of his crucifixion, there was hope. She didn't know exactly, but she trusted there is hope, the resurrection. She stood at the foot of the cross. The taking down of Jesus' body from the cross. And this Rembrandt, the great artist, they call it the deposition of Jesus, taking down. That's the formal name of this. Rembrandt, the famous artist, has this. See, everything's dark. I don't know all about Rembrandt, but anyway, one of his things is the light always comes from a certain angle and illuminates what he wishes. There's other figures in there you can't see very well, but the light is on Jesus being gently and tenderly taken down from the cross. And in the bottom there, the bottom, we see our Blessed Mother in great sorrow. She's standing, watching Jesus being taken down from the cross. And the last one, the seventh one, is the burial, his burial. Mary arranged all of that, the shroud and the sudarium, the face, what covers the face of Jesus in the tomb. So she was faithful to Jesus to the very end. So that's the seven sorrows of our Blessed Mother. We honor today, and the priest, a young, wonderful Oblate of Mary Immaculate, Father Chavez, brought Mary's sorrows and brought the sorrows of every mother that they feel for their children when they suffer, when they're in the emergency room, or when they're going sufferings, stress or anything, the mothers, he says the birth pangs continued, not just in the delivery room when they gave them birth, but even for their adult children, they still suffer the birth pangs, the life pangs for their children. He made a beautiful application for that. And Mary puts meaning to that motherly, maternal suffering, and she stands, and as all mothers will stand, and not faint, knowing that their very sufferings for their children will be fruitful, will help them, as she helped Jesus accomplish their salvation, which is a most important work, and the most important a part of our parenting is to get them to heaven. Not only to help them on earth with all those things, and mothers do so much, every detail of our lives, the mothers think about us and love us, and to the very last, their very last breath. But the greatest is all of that leading up to the greatest gift of life, the greatest birth that they could give of life is eternal life. So their sufferings are not in vain. They're not for naught. They bring life. And every mother stands by her children. Stands, S-T-A-N-D, not lays down, not runs away, but stands with their children in prayer and love and suffering. And our sorrows become joy, as Mary's sorrows at the resurrection are at the time when our children enter eternal life, the children that they gave birth to and helped throughout their lives. I am so happy to just tell you about this, and to share the love our Blessed Mother, besides our own earthly mothers who love us and until the very end, as Mary did Jesus on the cross, that our Blessed Mother also is with us in all our sorrows too. And with you mothers, but she understands. She's been there, done that. She understands when you worry about a child that is maybe taking not practicing the faith, and is out there alone, not in the safe ark of the church, but out there on the high waters and the darkness and the danger and the tempest of the world. Do you want them back in the ark, in the church that is the mother, and watching over, protecting her children from harm, from moral harm, from false teaching and everything? Well, Mary's there with you, praying for your children, like Monica prayed for Augustine, who was a really he did it all, and he became a great saint, a great bishop, a great doctor in the church because of Monica's prayer. She didn't give up. She stood at the foot of Augustine's cross to the very last, and like you mothers so beautifully do too for us. I went so happy. Our Lady of Sorrows Day. It doesn't sound happy sorrows, but it is. Our sorrows, mother's sorrows, her sorrow becomes joy and happiness and eternal life on Easter Sunday. And all of our sorrows are not for naught, are not wasted, not a detour in life, but all part of life that bring your children and fathers to children to eternal life, that we can be with them not only here on earth but forever in heaven. God bless you.